What is going on, guys? It's your boy Dyllan and welcome back to another Destiny 2 video. Today I'm going to give you guys my thoughts and opinions on the State of Destiny 2 Bungie blog that released at like pretty much midnight my time last night. Basically what I've done is I've woke up, I've read it, I've read through it all. I'm just going to basically scan over it again, and I'm just going to give you my thoughts and opinions on the new stuff coming. I'll try and include one or two screenshots in this video, just so you guys can obviously basically see what I'm talking about when I'm talking about certain things. And yeah, so let's just get straight into it. So basically it starts off by saying, you know, they're working on doing improvements to the game, sorry that they've not been communicating, all that sort of stuff, which is really nice to hear. And then they get into like the list of changes of the game that are coming on December the 5th and 12th. So they basically go over the new systems and rewards to give our most engaged players additional / optional pursuits, which includes like a new weapon tier, improved vendor rewards, and adding armor ornaments. Better incentives for players who complete challenging prestige activities, which is nice to hear as well. Better rewards and replay value for strikes, adventures, and lost sectors. Private matches for Crucible, also with ranked being at the top of their priority list at the start of next year, which is really nice to hear. Crucible tuning like adjusted supremacy scoring and better spawning rules. Better incentives for completing Crucible matches and also penalties for quitting competitive games. Continued improvements to Iron Banner and faction rallies, including uniqueness of rewards, changes to the mod economy and interesting and impactful like new mods and all that sort of stuff. Ongoing improvements to exotics, including adjustments to reduce instances of duplication. They're going to fine tune as well some underperforming exotics as well and probably improve them over time as well. New ways to spend surplus currency, mainly being like legendary shards and tokens, all that sort of stuff. So you can spend tokens and shards at vendors now. Zer's going to have a few new items that included as well, which we'll get to in a minute. And then also like an emote interface where you can just basically equip multiple emotes at once. So now that we've got all the basic sort of little things out of the way, getting into the bulk as to why everyone's here. Okay, so going over it, the December update details. So there's going to be two updates. There's going to be one on December the 5th when the Curse of Osiris drops. A couple of the obviously added features are going to be in there on December the 5th whilst we play the Curse of Osiris, and then there's going to be another update which will be deployed the following week on December the 12th. These two updates will include deepen the rewards for advanced players, provide more player control over obtaining rewards, make shards useful by adding things to use them for, and provide general quality fixes wherever possible. So overall, like, it's really nice to see. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about is the Masterwork weapons. That's going to be a new tier of weapon coming in, obviously, like I said. Let's see if I can try and find the release date here. So this is December the 12th. This will be happening. We're going to get a new weapon tier called Masterworks. What Masterworks is basically, it's your normal legendary weapons, but they have a few added extra features on there as well. I'll try and include a screenshot whilst I'm talking over it. But basically it's going to have like an enemy defeated counter and like an additional sort of like mod or perk slot, I suppose you could say. So December the 12th, legendary weapons will drop as or be upgraded to become Masterwork versions. Masterworks will have a few advantages over baseline legendary weapons. Track and display the number of kills with that weapon with a choice between total or Crucible count only. We have a generate orbs for you and your allies on multi-kills. Add weapon stat bonuses that are selected randomly for a small pool and are re-rollable, which is really nice. Masterworks drop from any source of legendary weapons for characters above 250 power. Unwanted Masterworks can be dismantled into materials that can be upgraded and an existing legendary weapons into a Masterwork. Raid and Trials of the 9 weapons will have a very high chance to be Masterwork weapons. We have future plans to extend the Masterwork system over to other gear, to expose your kill counts in more places, example Crucible kill screen. So first thing is, thoughts and impressions on the Masterwork system is phenomenal, giving us more of an incentive to sort of customise our playstyles a little bit more, add a little bit of an incentive to sort of tweak things here and there. I'm hoping there's going to be quite a few different unique perks for every single legendary weapon out there, so it's not just like, you know, all weapons have the same 3 perks, you know what I mean? I'm hoping there's going to be enough variety there to sort of spice things up a little bit and obviously really make the gameplay more fun and engaging. So the next thing we're going to go is armor ornaments. Again, I'll try and include a screenshot of the Lord Sword and Iron Banner thing as well as I talk over this. So this will be coming on December the 5th, all of what I'm about to talk about now. So armor ornaments will be added to some existing armor sets for visual customization without losing your shaders or mods. These ornaments will be unlocked by completing objectives specific to each set, as you can see with the Iron Banner image. For the helmet ornament, you have to win 25 matches to unlock that, which is really nice. And are permanently unlocked account-wide, just like an exotic weapon ornament. So for example, if I was to complete, say if I was to win 25 matches on my Warlock and unlock the helmet ornament on my Warlock, it will also be unlocked on my Titan and my Hunter. I do not have to complete it on all characters. Complete it on one and you will have them all unlocked. They will be applied to base pieces that you may have already collected and can now unlock on vendors if not. In Season 2, the following sets of armor will have ornaments respective to their activities: the Vanguard faction, Crucible faction, Trials of the Nine, Iron Banner, Dead Orbit, Future War Cult, New Monarchy, and Eater of Worlds Raid Lair armor, which is, again, really nice. So next thing we're going to talk about is this Lord Shaxx image. Go over a few things here as well. So this will be coming on December the 12th. Faction armor and weapons will be unlocked for purchase for legendary shards and faction tokens on most faction vendors. All 5 armor slots will always be present, and weapons will rotate weekly on factions that have them. Slots will be unlocked by claiming reward engrams for the respective faction, which is really nice. You will also get credit for engrams that you may have already claimed since launch. So if you're like me, you probably leveled up your vendors quite a few times already. Basically, that's just Bungie saying that you will get credit for those levels already. Which again is really nice. So from this Lord Shaxx image, a couple of little things to take note of here is, again, you've got the faction reward engram at the top. You level this up to be able to purchase the rewards with legendary shards and crucible tokens. That's if you already don't get them to drop within the legendary engram itself. Armor ornaments below it, again, we don't know how you earn these ones specifically, but they are specific challenges, and then also once you've earned them, you've got them account wide. And at the bottom, you can see a little rare quality crucible token, from what that seems to be. We don't actually, and what that is, from what I understand, is a little booster, which we'll probably get to in a second here. Next thing is going to be Xur. Xur is going to be having a little bit of an overhaul as well, coming on December the 12th. I'll try and put a screenshot up of this as well. So Xur has some new offerings for players collecting exotics. Every week you'll be able to acquire one of the new fated engrams using legendary shards that will be equipped as exotics that aren't already in your collection. So basically, what that means, if you have every single exotic in the game apart from, say, the Orpheus Rig Hunter boots, you buy this engram and boom, it's going to give you those boots. It's as simple as it is. A simpler 3 coins that boosts exotic drop rates from any source for 4 hours is also going to be purchasable from Xur for legendary shards, as well I understand. There's no obscure stacking mechanics to it or need to reapply after every boss. And it says, yep, these cost legendary shards and you can have as many of them as you like. So, overall, I'm really happy Xur's getting a little bit more to him. It looks really nice, and as you can see, there's actually a Curse of Osiris exotic there. That looks to be a pair of hunter boots, which is also very interesting that they've teased that just right off the rip. Next thing I'm going to move on to is general investment. This is going to be about the gunsmith, so I'm going to try and include again the gunsmith image here as well if I can. So getting into it, December the 5th, Bungie has some updates on the weapon and armor mod front. For players wanting to clear some mod inventory space, rare quality mods will dismantle into gunsmith materials and have a chance to produce legendary quality mod components. For players chasing specific legendary mods, including legendary kinetic mods, Bungie will offer a selection of specific legendary mods for direct purchase with a selection that will rotate daily and cost legendary shards and mod components, which again is just nice. It's just another, overhaul and improvement to the game that is just really beneficial, I'd say. Another update coming on December the 5th is for players chasing a world legendary or looking for masterworks. Master Raoul will sell some of his rumored hoard of legendary engrams for legendary shards. Again, I'm not really too sure what that means. So maybe if you're looking for a masterwork weapon, you can go to Master Raoul and then you can sort of guarantee yourself them. Maybe, again, I'm not really too sure as to how that would work. But again, that's coming on December the 5th. December the 12th, Commanders of Valor and Lord Shaxx will sell gift consumables for legendary shards that can be used during a strike or crucible match. So that's that token I was on about that I saw on Shaxx's little image. These will grant bonus rewards to everyone in that activity upon completion, friend or foe alike. Award anything from faction tokens to a round of exotics for everyone in the match, which is really, really nice. December the 12th, exploit safeguards on chests and resource nodes are greatly relaxed, and players should encounter them less frequently. If they do, however, obviously if you still do encounter the safeguard, drop rates for tokens is only reduced to 30% instead of 0%, and Glimmer will be unaffected. We want to associate a visual indicator with this timer like in the future, but we weren't able to pull it off in this update, but we hear you. Again, really nice to know that it is coming in the future. December the 12th, again, vendors will now beacon you to hand in your reputation tokens when you are carrying enough to earn a reward engram, which is a nice little quality of life improvement there as well. December the 5th, changes affecting reputation tokens. Daily challenges will have reputation tokens and award. I can't even talk here. Daily challenges will have reputation tokens. Token awards increased across the board. So basically what that means is if you go into, say if you fly down to Titan and you're a Plotty Ghost, there's 3 challenges to the right hand side. Completing those challenges, the reputation token awards will be increased across the board. So that's for all planets, crucible, strikes, everything. You know, the raid even has challenges as well, so that's really nice to see. Cage treasure chests will offer variable rewards still, which is, again, not much of an issue, but it will now guarantee, at minimum, a payout of destination-appropriate reputation tokens, which is really nice. Strikes will drop a large number of Vanguard reputation tokens. Common quality destination tokens will have their drop rates increased to 100, and value per token increased as well by 50% for common quality tokens and 250% for rare quality tokens. So what I think that is, as I'm not sure if it's the actual tokens run about, I think it's actual resource materials that he collects. Like say on Titan you get those what is it, those alkane spore things that you can collect. I think that's what they're on about, because you do get the common versions and the rare versions of those, so I'm thinking they're increasing the reputation for those, which is really nice to see. On the balance, reputation required per reward engram will increase for destination factions by 37%, and the gunsmith will be by 50%. Leviathan raid tokens will be redeemed at Benedict immediately upon obtaining a token, instead of requiring a full raid clear before unlocking. Oh, I mean, so my overall thoughts and opinions on a lot of this sort of stuff that we've just seen is amazing. I can't wait. They also go on here as well to say that the Dawning is coming in mid-December, which is going to be like an event, which if you played Destiny 1 you already probably know what it is, but we're going to get to play ice hockey and all that sort of stuff, and snowball fights, and it looks really like a hell of a lot of fun, and it's just another, again, something else to play for. So overall, my first impressions is absolutely fantastic. This is giving us more reasons to play, more reasons to log in, a couple of extra things to grind for. Again, I don't know if this will completely overhaul the system into the sense where it's going to give us reasons to play 24/7. Hopefully it will, but again, we don't know how it's actually going to function until we get our hands on with the game. But like I said, overall, I'm really happy with this. I'm really glad Bungie sort of cancelled the live stream and focused on giving us this instead. This is exactly what we wanted as a community. It was just sort of, you know, a little bit of proof as to they're actually working on stuff that we're actually wanting. You know what I mean? I'm really glad Ranked is going to be at the top of their priority list as well at the start of next year. Private matches are also going to be coming next year. It's just, I'm really happy. I'm so happy. They go on as well to talk about XP mechanics, which if you haven't heard about all the XP shenanigans recently, then that's about that. And then they go on at the bottom, says the future. Going forward, we plan to continue this dialogue as openly and frequently as possible. This will be an ongoing process, but one that we are committed to. This week we'll be publishing a new episode of the Bungie podcast where we will sound off the current state of Destiny 2, how we think about our communication challenges, and what it takes to update a game in the wild. You'll also be able to listen to this on both Apple and Android devices. Thank you for playing, for being passionate about the Destiny 2 experience, and for working with us to look to continuously improve our game and studio communication. So that's pretty much going to do it for the video. Hopefully, let me know what your thoughts and opinions on this are down in the comment section below. I'm always interested to see what other people think. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and yeah, peace.